Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, All Things Business. Man, I got a treat for you today, at least it's for me anyway. This is my business partner. You'll see her and I doing some real estate transactions in Indiana, but she's here today in Vegas. She used to live here in Vegas, and since then, she's got married to this handsome attorney. She's got two beautiful daughters, and now she lives in Southern California. So tell everybody a little about you, your name and everything else, Rocio.
Hi everyone! First of all, it's an honor to be here with you and share a little bit about my story and my American dream. I came from Peru, and I'm an immigrant who came at the age of 17. And I came with so many dreams. There are sacrifices that you make when you leave your country. And I knew that I wanted to go big in America. So one of the things that I did was to read. And I came across this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, who really touched my life. And you're laughing because it also impacted you in many ways.
Yes, my good friend, Robert Kiyosaki.
Robert Kiyosaki, yes. Because when I came to study my career, but I graduated during the recession. So there were no jobs, or at least paying for what I have invested in my career. And it was very frustrating to make so many sacrifices and not seeing the results. And that's when I came across this book that really gave me a different perspective of how the rich make money and how you become financially independent.
Wow.
And that's how I got into real estate investing, and I'm living my American dream.
Oh my God, is she living it big time? Matter of fact, tell everybody in the audience how we met.
We met at church.
At church.
I knew about this tycoon in real estate. And I was starting investing, and a friend from church, a brother in Christ, pointed at Al and said, "You see that man sitting right there? You want to get in touch with him. You want him to mentor you." And I always saw him, during worship service, praising God. And I said, "I don't know him, but I'm going to reach out to him and ask him for his support." And I invited him to lunch to eat Peruvian food. And that relationship, the friendship, started from there.
God, how many years ago was that?
Wow, like 7?
7 years ago. And the funny part about it, she asked me to be her partner. And normally I pray on things. And I said, okay. I don't know. I said, whoa, that's kind of different for me because I've seen her at church quite a bit. And along the 7 years, we have done some amazing things. Did you add up how many homes we bought and real estate deals we did?
We probably bought like 7, 9 homes.
7 or 9
Yeah,
homes
we
and
kept-
apartments. And yeah.
Kept 1 or 2 as rentals, and
Yeah.
we kept them for several years, and that was a good choice. And they were cash flowing. We did the BRRRR strategy. You want to tell them?
You tell them what the strategy is. BRRRR.
You buy it, you fix it, you get a loan on it, and you put all the cash out. So you're paying a mortgage with the rent, and at the same time you got your money out. So you can repeat the process again.
Yeah, that's what I call it, BRRRR. And not only that, because when you borrow money out of a real estate transaction, the money is tax free. Let me say it again. Yeah, it's tax free. That's why wealthy people have a lot of their assets in real estate, because the tax benefits, the appreciation tax benefits, and
yeah, especially when you are a W-2 employee, which my husband is, and you make good high income. There are a lot of taxes, especially in California where we come from. So I help my husband a lot with our tax deductions.
Right. Oh yeah, I love tax deduction. I love real estate. I love the write-off. I love the depreciation. And since we bought some properties and go back and forth and start investing, we went a couple of real estate investment clubs there. We would fly in for the association. They would pitch us on different stuff, and we'd get on the microphone and tell we're outside of the area investors from the West Coast, and they'd always pitch us different deals. And we had about 2 or 3 crews at one point working on several different properties at different locations. And
Yes. It was interesting because through one of your contacts, we learned about this new market. We were living in Nevada back then. I was. And we knew, he asked me, Al said, I know about Indiana. It's a great market, but we only knew one person who was just going to show us around. And we went in, and it's all about making connections. It's all about really putting yourself out there, having the boldness to reach out and ask. And the word of God says, ask and you shall receive. So that's what we were doing, because we really didn't know anyone. The one person just showed us around one day, and then we didn't hear from him again. And we make so many connections. And it was great, because it's not what you know, it's who you know. And
exactly. You know, we went to the association events that they had out there. We met more contacts. We asked one real estate agent. We found some more real estate. So we emerged ourselves into the Indiana marketplace to learn
Really
who's insurance agent, who's a good attorney. So we had our success team in place as we start building out in Indiana.
Yes, yes. We made lots of good contacts, and that's how we were able to get these great deals. We have bought homes for 20,000, 32,000. You know, that we have sold them years later,
Yeah.
5, 10 times more than it was. Yeah, but of course there are headaches, if you can call them headaches, but it's part of the process of building your portfolio, building your team, because your success comes from having the right team, and it's the effort that you make in reaching out and getting to know, attracting the right people.
Yeah, we attracted some wrong people as well along the way. We had one contractor that we just.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to talk about that a little bit? Because that does happen, folks. These are real life stories we're talking about.
You have to go through some bad apples before you find the good ones. And it's just a matter of keep trying, right? Not getting discouraged, because that's just part of any process in life. Nothing that is worth is valuable. It's going to come easy to you.
Yeah. I want to show you one of our projects. And she had actually put this in a woman's magazine. I had no idea. And here's a duplex we bought for $32,000. Yes. There we are in front of the duplex there in Indiana for $32,000. We bought that duplex and we sold it. It says cash flow $1,500 a month for 5 years, and we sold the duplex in 2024 for $183,500. So, are we excited about Indiana? We are. I know some of you, where you buy a duplex that cheap? Well, folks, we're about ready to go into that cycle again. Real estate has cycles, and we're about ready to embark in a cycle here at the end of 2024, especially right after elections over. You're going to see so many investment opportunities around the world and inside the country. Would you agree?
Yes, yes, and you have to be prepared. It's if you want to receive great blessings, you have to prepare to be able to receive them. Mm-hmm. And yes, it's just a matter of being alert to what's available, because opportunities are everywhere.
Yeah.
But you have to have the eyes to see them.
I agree. And not only that, some of you say, well, wait, what's my first step? One of the first steps you want to do if you're going to invest in real estate is get to know the area you want to invest in. How would you know a good deal if you don't know the values of a property, okay, in that area? And now we're investors. So investors, we look at things differently than mom and pop. If somebody's going to move into a house and, smell. We like to buy the ugliest house on the block. You heard that before. Because watch this now, write this down. We make money when we buy the property, not when we sell it. Yep. We buy it, fix it, and then refinance it and maybe sell it or hold on to it. So you make your money when you buy it, not when you sell it. It's opposite than mom and pop. I want you guys to understand that. Am I right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So tell us a little bit about what you're doing now, because she just had a birthday. I'm not going to say her age because it's none of my business to tell you. I do know she's my partner for many, many years. I love her to death. Her family is amazing. And so tell us, everybody, what are you doing now? What kind of project? What are you doing?
So I had at some point 32 doors, and I decided to sell the majority of them in Indiana because I wanted my investments to be closer to me. And now I'm investing in California. California has a big shortage of homes, so we are allowed to build ADUs, turn the garages into apartments or the second floors, or build in the back of the homes. So right now they're very flexible about the laws of the ADU, so we're taking advantage of this flexibility, of this opportunity, and that's what we're working on. I'm working on a triplex in Huntington Beach. And
Huntington Beach, ooh.
And it's my first one in California.
Yeah.
And it's not easy.
Yeah.
But that's what I say, as long as you don't take your eyes off what you are focused on. When we started in Indiana, everything didn't go smoothly either. Like, we had to jump through hoops. We had to work hard for things, find it. But then we had these successes, these victories, and we had the right team.
Yeah.
And it's what I'm doing now. Every time you enter a new market, you have to put the work, right? Mm-hmm. But it's all worth it.
It really is. And being able to be coachable and learn. And number one, don't let your ego and pride get out of the way because you lose money that way. Be able to learn and also take the advice of people that you can trust around you and build you a success team. Let's look at that. We had several real estate agents and brokers. We had also an insurance agent, our good friend Danny down there. He does our insurance on all the property because he knows us. We also had 3 different crews and handymen that look at property for us as we are outside investors in another city, another state. We also have certain title companies we deal with because they know us and they'll know our corporations. She had her corporation, I had my corporation, so 50-50 partnership, but the corporations, here again, that's another shield of protection is corporations.
Yes.
And you'd also have good people that you would vet to be your property managers, which we went to a couple of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Property managers. Your team is really what's going to determine your success or your failure, right?
Mhm.
So if you could focus on attracting the right people, right? Using wisdom, a lot of wisdom, because sometimes you're able to see red flags since the very beginning, but if you're not paying attention, you will miss them. Right?
Yeah, it's so true.
And I even pray about every move that you make, because God, you pray, you ask, and God will give you the wisdom.
Yeah. And I think the reason why she approached me, because like I said, I did so well in real estate in the past. I used to have 54 properties and a hotel. And the hotel I bought with a credit card, very creatively. Matter of fact, before we started this video, we're talking about some creative things that are available today. And she's done such a great job. So tell us a little bit about you. You have a calling in the ministry for. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Talk about that
I
for a
believe
second.
that we have to really take the land that the enemy has taken from us. And really, what I mean by that is that we Christians, believers, we really need to step up and be the leaders in every industry that we're in. And real estate is one of the best industries or best tools that God has given us to become wealthy, to create the impact in the world that God has called all of us to do, because in America, in this beautiful country, we have so many opportunities. But that's not necessarily the case for other nations where our families come from, or where we come from, in my case, right? So if I have a saying that says, if it's not me reaching out and impacting those ministries in the world, who is it going to do it? That's my calling. So every real estate investment that I get into, I give an offering 10% or more of the profits to support these ministries that I've been supporting for years.
She's a giver.
I see that that's exactly why God keeps providing and keeps fueling my business. That's the Bible talks about it, the power of giving. It's a law. You give, you receive. And so these ministries are amazing. I have 2 in Peru. One is an orphanage. Another one is a church, a evangelical church that has 80 teenagers that are being empowered by this pastor and being taught the word of God. And in Mexico, in Sinaloa, I have my very close friends who just opened a Calvary church. And they are, my goal is to build a school for them over there in Sinaloa, a Christian school. So we have, all of this is possible if we really believe that we're going to be able to do it and we put the work.
She said, put the work in. As she was saying this, I was reminiscing in my memory. We would fly to Indiana in the snow, right? Stay at a hotel, and she was pregnant at the time while she could still fly. And I said, look at this. She comes with that tenacity. Ladies and gentlemen, grit, tenacity, have the galls to go out there and do something and say what you're going to do and stick with it. That's what she's done. That's why everything she touches is successful, because she understands, coming from a different country, from Peru to the United States, like, wow, this is a land of opportunity. But why do most people find jobs? She went to work and she's always got projects going on. I said, how do you get, because that's who she is. And the beautiful thing is, you folks out there, challenge yourself. Whether it's a business, whether it's real estate, whether it's network market, it doesn't matter. But go out there and go full board at it. Put your time and effort in it. You can hear their passion. She's not stopping with just one place. She's doing it all over the world in different locations. What about you? What could you help people with?
And I want to tell you something. If there's one thing that you're going to keep from this video, is what I want you to remember is that trials, difficulties are going to turn you into the very best version of yourself. Don't see it as a setback. See it as a step into your greatness, as a way to transform your life and push you. If you have the right mindset, if you see that as an opportunity instead of as an obstacle in your life, because I can tell you, I have accomplished a lot, but it hasn't been easy. Not everything has been easy. I have had to put a lot of work and belief. That's when my faith grew even more, when I said, no, I'm going to come out of this stronger, even though the circumstances were saying otherwise, And how I started in real estate with $5,000 after my divorce. I lost everything. And $5,000, what can you do in real estate with $5,000? Nothing. But I became creative. I cashed out my 401k and I put the money together. This is 2012. So homes in Nevada were a lot cheaper than what they are today. But even they are more expensive today. It's creativity what makes a difference. You don't have to have all the money. You just have to be creative and think, how can I make this work? Who can I borrow from? Or where can I get the money from? And once you put your mind to work, God, it's going to show you the ways. It's because your desire is what's attracting. It's pulling all of that.
It's amazing, and it does work, because a lot of times we sit there talking negative. Oh, this ain't gonna work. Or I can't get the money. Or I'm this. Or I'm that. And you know what? You're right. But what if you flipped it around, flip the switch over to how can I make it work? Where can I find this? Ask the right questions instead of the wrong questions to yourself. Don't go with doubt. Go with inspiring yourself or inspiration. This could work. I just got to find the right people to help me make it work. I love that part. When I bought my hotel with a credit card, people said, you can't do that. I've heard it my whole life. I'm sure you heard it too.
Oh,
all of us have. You can't do that.
And when they tell me that I cannot do something, that's when I do it even more.
There you go. So don't let the no stop. If you take a no, N-O, flip it upside down, it means on. On to the next person.
I love that.
Yes, thank you. On to the next person.
It has been a pleasure, and it is. I mean, we're going to continue working together.
Oh, always.
And
for life.
Growing together.
Yeah.
And, having you as my partner, mentor,
Thank you.
It's been such a blessing.
She just had a birthday, guys, a couple of days ago, and I'm not going to tell you how young she is. All I can tell you is she is looking fabulous today, and I wanted to give her a little something for her birthday. I knew she was coming to town, so I had to dash out yesterday and get a little something, because I might have seen her tomorrow at church, but I wanted to give her something today. So thank you. You're welcome.
I love gifts.
What woman doesn't? So I want to say thank you and happy birthday to you. You're an amazing young lady, and you're inspiring a lot of people out here, and it's very inspirational to not just me, but to other people. And her channel, she's doing some things in real estate, and every life she touches, she's bringing the word of God, and she's also touching people's lives just by being a mentor, and they're watching her, just like she watched me for years at the church, and they came and approached me, because here again, let your light shine, Matthew 5:16, and glorify your Father which is in heaven. And that's why she approached me, because she saw my light shining. Why don't you be a light in the dark world out there, be a beacon of hope for somebody. And hope stands for helping other people excel. Be a blessing. And here, years later, now we're friends and doing investments and stuff together in different states. And she's out of the country doing stuff, flying to Peru and all over the world. This is a blessing, folks. What about you? It's your turn. And we want to thank you. Hey, hit the subscribe button below. Thank you so much. Send this out to 3 or 4 people. Leave a comment below. Please do. If you like it, let us know. We really want to know what you want to hear, what you liked about today's call. This has been very, very inspirational for me. It's great having her in town, and I'm glad she took time out of her busy schedule, because remember, she's got 2 little ones, and I mean, she's a mommy and a wife, and she's got a lot going on, and her mother lives here in Vegas, so she etched out a little time this morning so we can get together to give you guys the best of the best, and I'm so grateful for your time. I want to tell my partner, Rocio, thank you so much, dear.
You're welcome. And I just want to tell everyone, everyone has been born with a gift, with a purpose, a calling in this life. And if it's not now, when? Take action. God is waiting for you to do that.
Wow. God bless. And speaking of gifts, don't forget to look out my book on the channel. It's called God's Gift. It is powerful. It's an audio, and there's also you can also download it. It's only 18 minutes and some change. Plug it in, listen to it, share it with everybody. Hey, thank you so much for joining us today. God bless and keep you. We'll see you soon.